beautiful ways, beautiful. Ciao singer, welcome to my channel. I'm Ilaria, Italian singer and voice teacher. Here on my channel you can find everything you need to work on your voice and make it better. Not only reaction and analysis videos, but also many vocal exercises in different key, so you can train not only your vocal folds but also your ear. If you want to become a professional singer, subscribe and turn on notifications so we can practice together every single day. Today I'm gonna make another reaction and analysis video of Ikanaide, a beautiful cover sung by the beautiful voice of the top performer Dimash. If you don't know him yet, I'll be happy to discover his voice with you. If you're new to this channel, let me explain the format of this video. In the first part you'll find the first time reaction of this beautiful song, and then in the second part we'll analyze together his voice, his beautiful colors, his interpretation, so you can draw inspiration for your singing future. Listening at the voice is so much important for your artistic growth because it helps us to discover your own voice. I tell this every day to my singing students, and every week I create a playlist with new artists for them and for me, so I can feed my ears and my creativity with new music. So I suggest you to listen many songs of this beautiful voice, Dimash. So if singing is your passion and you too want to learn from this beautiful voice, I'll wait for you in the second part of the video. I would like to apologize in advance for any incorrect terms or phrases because I'm Italian native speaker, so thank you for your understanding. And if you want to watch the full version of this video, you can find the original link in the description down below. So let's get started!
Okay.
So much air. Less air. Beautiful voice, Dimash. Beautiful. Bellissimo.
Oh
bellissimo. Ah. Beautiful. I love you, Dimash. You're beautiful, an eclectic, powerful. I listen many colors in his voice, many effects, many dynamics. I think the keyword of the keyword of this song is dynamics and a conscious use of the air, because you can use the air in your voice. It's only an effect. He always knows what he's doing, and what he's doing with the air, what he's doing with his vocal folds, what he's doing with his dynamics. I love these arrangements. Wow. I have so many things to say to you, because from this song we can learn many things from his beautiful voice and his beautiful and incredible interpretative use of his voice in this beautiful cover, in this beautiful song. Okay, I'm here and I listened by myself other 10 times this song. I literally fell in love with the song and with his version. Also, I listened the original version by
Koi Ikamoto. Koi Tamaki.
I've listened also the original version of this beautiful song by Koi Tamaki, who is a Japanese famous and important singer-songwriter. I've divided this song in 5 parts, so we can start from the first. In the first, you can notice at the opening an expressive inhale by Dimash. And he uses, especially in this first part, the aspirate onset, which means that your vocal folds simultaneously going to vibrate each other, but there's the air. So listen to the difference between a simultaneous onset and aspirate onset. Ooh, and aspirate onset. Ooh. And we can listen also much air. He uses the air in a conscious way, and this is an effect that gives us a beautiful emotion, a beautiful feeling. But I suggest you to don't use the air for all of the song. In fact, in this beautiful version by Dimash, we can appreciate every colors of his voice and every effects, because as we will listen in the next part, we will listen dynamics, we will listen different colors, deep but also at the same time brighter, more volume and a pianissimo, and many double fourths. Beautiful. Okay, let's go listen this first part. Via. also a beautiful vibrato. Listen, notice in the first part, l'animo. It's not l'animo. It's different because there's much air. Another little thing, he uses a little bit of cry to increase these feelings of fragility experienced by the author. So go next with the second part where we have another aspirate onset, a little bit of a cry, and notice double forks, dynamics in the volume, because you will listen to me saying another time that the dynamics are the key words of this beautiful song. Then we will listen the difference between this cover and the original version. So go to the second part. Via. Piano, piano. Crescendo. Beautiful. His interpretation in this piece is like waves, sea waves. Which is also the interpretation of the original, the author, because I listened this dynamic also in the original version. I like so much his interpretation, because Dimash is a beautiful top performer, and I love the fact that he uses all his colors like a painter. He draws.
Draws. I know. I think this is the correct term.
He draws a beautiful, iconic.
Disegno, pittura.
Like a famous painter, he draws beautiful figures, beautiful emotions for us. So in the third part, we will listen more volume, more present, a beautiful melisma between semitones. Beautiful, very beautiful, because it gives us a sort of it's a little bit unstable, so gives us a very strong emotion. I love it. I love this melisma. We will listen again, and there's a mix with opera and pop style. I love also this fact, because he mixes very well his voice and also his singing styles, because we will listen an opera voice but also a pop voice, because Dimash can sing all songs, all styles, I think, and he sings in many languages, and I know that he's a poly-instrumentist. In the end, we will listen a little thing that for me can demonstrate that he is an instrumentist, not only a singer, in the last part. But for now, we will listen also in this third part a beautiful transition and the twang and a mixed voice, a very strong voice in the highest notes. So let's go for the third part.
Benissimo. Ce la facciamo. Stop, stop, stop.
Before we start with the third part, I want to say that now the music increases, the rhythm. You will listen in this part the drum. So he, according to the music, gives more presence to the song. Via. Increases the volume. Like waves. Beautiful! Now listen again this fragment of this third part, because I want to suggest to you, I want to demonstrate to you that the voice must be free. You have to sing with freedom. In this part I feel from his voice that he's free to express himself. Listen again with me. Beautiful. Freedom, I listen the freedom, I feel freedom in his voice. Freedom. With a beautiful decrescendo, like a wave. Okay. And now we will go to the third part of this analysis.
I have my points on this paper.
So in this third part we will listen a beautiful transition, especially at the opening of this part, and we will listen his voice from a middle range to the highest notes, the sopra acuti notes, and he will sing like a soprano soft, gentle voice, but also a strong soprano with a strong twang, but also at the same time we will have a beautiful transition to a very deep color and strong, powerful voice. And at the end of this part, we will listen a strong voice in the end. So let's go with the first part. Wow. Beautiful waves, beautiful. Dimash sings like a 3D, is three-dimensional. It's like he will go out through the video and gives us a
Come si dice? Carezza, in inglese come si dice?
Vabbè, avete capito. A beautiful hug and carezze. Okay, go with the first part. Now for you, I try to listen without any dynamics, so you can understand what I mean, what I'm saying. And then I will sing with dynamics like Dimash. Beautiful. Wow, let's go with the third part. Increase the volume. Deep color now. More present. Transition. Okay, this final reminds me the ending of Adagio. Something like this. In the final part of this fourth tranche, we will listen a strong voice with a strong twang. Listen again with me this final part. Notice the strong voice, strong and brighter because of the twang, because of the mix, powerful and beautiful. Sound changes the resonator. Beautiful. And now we will go into the final. This is a beautiful final. Reach of hair, and we will listen an opening with hair, and then we will listen a sort of humming, beautiful humming. I think that he is a beautiful polyinstrumentist because if you listen the melody line of this beautiful humming, you will notice that then an instrument, I think the cello, will play a similar riff, So listen with me, so you can understand what I'm saying. The last part.
Beautiful interpretation of this piece. Good job, Dimash. I love you, Dimash.
And before we start, I want to say that he has a beautiful, beautiful vibrato. Before we start with this last part, I want to say an important thing. I found here on YouTube many exercises to develop vibrato. Vibrato is something that you find once you will be free to sing, because your body will free open, you have the right space, you are in a comfort zone, you will find your way to sing. I developed vibrato after years of practice. I finally found my vibrate way. when I wasn't searching of it, because
Probably quando non lo stavo cercando, per one moment that I listened to the translation on internet. Okay.
I discovered the vibrato in my own voice when I stopped to search it. As you can listen from the previous tranche, he is free to sing. If you're rigid, you can't sing with vibrato because your body is in a rigid, cold way. This is another beautiful reason why I love Dimash, because he sings with freedom in a healthy way. And this will preserve his voice for the future, for the next years, so we can appreciate, we can listen his voice for years and years in the time. Professional singers take care of their voice, preserve their voice for years and years, and to make this beautiful vocal journey in your life, I suggest you to don't use the air for all song and for all the songs you sing, because in this mode your vocal folds vibrate with the air, so there's a space between them. And this is not an efficient way to produce the sound. Like the ASMR, in Italian ASMR, so I think that in English ASMR. Write me in the comment what is the correct pronunciation. Are not good for your voice. So try when you speak and when you sing to make vibrate each other your vocal folds and not to use the air, because it's not an efficient way. Dimash uses the air in a conscious, very conscious way, and in this song it's a scelta. It's a choice for this song, but it's not for all the song, so we can have different effects, not only one. Different colors, not only one, okay? So now we listen this last part. Expressive way. Wow. Another thing, when he's making a humming, beautiful, I don't remember it, he goes from his middle range to his low notes. This is a beautiful exercise. Try my vocal exercise with humming, because it's a beautiful way to go down and go up in your vocal range. I think this beautiful melisma, this beautiful riff, it's like a sound, like a melody of the cello. Listen again with me. Beautiful. I listen that he is a very beautiful polyinstrumentist because he feels, he sings like he's playing an instrument, a beautiful instrument. We have this beautiful instrument, our voice. And this, the face and the oral cavity with the pharynx, it's the beautiful vocal tract. Vocal tract is our harmonic space, like the cassa armonica.
1 minute. Cassa armonica. In English?
Like a sound box, but I don't think this is the correct for what I want to say. Okay, listen again. Expressive. Beautiful. Oh, have you listened that his voice merges with the music in this beautiful harmony? This is why I love this beautiful ending. And now we will listen a difference between the Dimash version and the original version of this beautiful song.
までもずっと離さないで行かないで行かないでこのままで
Non so con chi adesso sei, non so che cosa fai, ma so di certo a cosa stai pensando.
If you follow me this far, I want to thank you very much. Write me in the comment what you think about Dimash and his beautiful voice and what other reaction you would like to see here on my channel. Please suggest me only live performance so we can appreciate so much more the singer's voice. If you like this video and if you want to help me grow with my channel, subscribe, thumbs up and turn on notifications so you will be notified when I'll publish a new video or when subtitles are available in your language. Grazie mille! Ciao singer!